Today's First Pages Friday book from the Oosterhout Free Library is a thrilling saga that's set amidst some horrible facts, some of which you might not have heard of. This is Freewater by Amina Luqman-Dawson, published by Little Brown. My name is Miss Melissa, and at the beginning we have an introduction here. Some escaped the treacheries of enslavement by going north, but there were also those who ran away into the deep swamps and forests of the American South. There, in secret, they created free lives. This is a tale of what might have been. Sansi had broken yet another rule, but she didn't care. It was night, and she was alone on the forbidden edge. To make matters worse, despite her mother's numerous warnings, Sansi had crossed right over, leaving behind the safety of her swamp island home. Just a peek, she thought. That's all she wanted. Then she'd go back. Down the muddy hillside she slid into a single tall tree. She climbed it, hopping from one craggy branch to the next, higher and higher. On the highest branch, moonlight hit Sansi and made her nutmeg skin shine silver. From her perch she looked out. A sea of swamp, mud, muck, and tangle lay before her. To her disappointment, fog rolled in from the east, covering her view like a white feather blanket. She strained to see beyond the muck and fog to the plantation lands. She was a free child of the swamp, and those lands were a mystery to her. It was a miracle her parents and the others had run from there and found this place of elevated swampland, small and dry, their own secret island in an ocean of mud. Tales had spread among the swamp island children like herself about what lay in plantation lands. Two-headed men, turtles without shells, and skeletons that rose from the dead. Although she was 12 and almost grown, at least in her mind, Sansi still wasn't sure how much of it was true, but she did believe that dangers lay out there. As Sansi contemplated that danger, she took a walnut-shaped stone from her sack, placed it in the well of her sling, and spun it overhead. The whirl of the leather sling whispered in the air like children sipping hot soup. She aimed towards the plantation lands. With a dream of adventure in a flick of her wrist, she released the sling and watched the stone soar high into the air, catching the moonlight, and disappear into the cauldron of fog below. So we begin with the story of a girl born in the community called Freewater. But here we find out more about our other characters. Welcome to Freewater. Under the cover of night, 12-year-old Homer flees Southern Land Plantation with his younger sister, unwillingly leaving their mother behind. Through tangled vines, hidden doorways, and over Sky Bridge, the two find a secret community called Freewater, deep in the swamp. In this society, created by formerly enslaved people and some freeborn children, Homer finds new friends, almost forgetting where he came from. But I'm going to stop right there on that but, because I never like to tell too much. Now, when you're in the library, look for these stickers. They represent two very prestigious awards given by the American Library Association.